You're texting like she's your only match. She's texting like she just got 50 new matches per day. Let's fix that in this video. Guys, the problem you have on the apps isn't the exact lines you're using necessarily, it's the entire mindset that dictates how you approach every single interaction. The problem is that you're treating every new match like it's a lifeline, like it's your one last chance at salvation. But what you have to understand is that this scarcity mindset is a smell, it's a stench, it's a vibe. And you think you can hide it with one clever line, with one witty, self-deprecating joke, but that's just not how it works. You have to make this mindset shift. You have to go from scarcity to abundancy. The problem a lot of you guys have is that you're always worried that you're gonna fumble the match. And paradoxically, that's what leads you to actually fumble the match. If you adopted the mindset that I'm gonna help you enable and implement in this video, along with some examples of what this actually looks like in practice, if you were to adopt this mindset, you would see a total sea change. And what you have to understand is that once you stop worrying about fumbling the match, that's when you're gonna have the most amount of success on the dating apps. Because the hot girl with 50 matches per day doesn't care what you necessarily have to say. She certainly doesn't care within the first 5 to 10 messages. She's only going to start to care once she's actually out on a date with you in real life, okay? And so you need to be the same way. You need to start having the mindset of the hot girl on the apps, and that's how you're gonna be at parity. And if you're new here, guys, go back to the first videos on this channel where I talk about this nice guy sexism, if you will, where so many of you guys, you know, obviously we have the red pill philosophy influencer crowd, which is basically overtly sexist. Then we have this other soft form of sexism. I call it nice guy sexism. Basically, you treat these women like they're alien species, like they can't handle a joke, like they're not gonna be able to handle the raw, unfiltered version of yourself. And this leads you to treating them with kid gloves. This leads you to treating them like a puzzle to be solved, rather than just another human being who has fears, wants, hopes, and desires like the rest of us. And really how this, you know, actually metastasizes on the apps is that you put her on a pedestal. You make her out to be this alien foreign species, and she can sense that. And so all you guys, the paradox here, the irony is that you complain that the apps create this systematic imbalance where the females get all the attention, there's way more guys on the apps and all that, but then you text and put her on the pedestal, you know, completely exacerbating the exact scenario you describe and complain about so much. And so that's what I want to help you guys fix in this video. And so the key mindset shift, though, before you can fix any of this, is that so many of you guys, like I said, are worried about fumbling the match. But what you have to understand, because you don't want to get that no, you don't want to get the unmatch, you don't want to get the ghost. But guys, in the long run, that's actually a huge benefit to you. Think about it. Do you want to text with a girl for an hour or two, eventually go out on a date Friday night, just to find that the chemistry wasn't there, just to find that the vibe wasn't there? No, of course not, because then you're gonna have invested your time, your energy, your money, your finances into this, your Friday night, and then it's all for naught. Guys, it is much better, internalize this, it is much better for you to, both of you, to come to the conclusion that it's not a good fit within 3 matches versus 3 days, 30 days, all that. You would be much better off fumbling the match, quote unquote, getting to a no faster than not. All right, guys, let me give you a before and after example here, because this is how you really are going to this is how it's really going to sink in. And guys, if you need help with the text game, the link is in the description. Check out the Guy app. We're helping guys text like the catch they are. We're helping them stop fumbling the matches because they're worried about fumbling the match. Like I said, that's the inherent contradiction here. Free trial, link in the description. It's a chatbot just like ChatGPT or Claude. Instead, it's not just some AI pickup generator. It's not some AI pickup line generator. It's an AI text coach that's gonna give you an analysis in terms of how to open and how to respond in every single interaction. All right, so before and after. Say she sends you a dry LOL, that's funny. Before, you guys are saying something, and this is what I used to be sending, you're saying something like, ha ha, glad you think so. So, what are you up to this weekend? Would love to hear more about you. And you think, well, dude, I'm being conscientious. I'm asking her what she's up to. I'm trying to get to know her. It's not going to work, okay? And you know it's not going to work. That's why you're 5+ minutes into the video right now. Here is what's going to work. If you were to run that response through the Guy app before you sent it, it would catch the fumble. It would catch the fumble, and here's what it would say. It would say, that's not going to work. She sent you 16 characters of low effort, and you came back with an essay. 2 questions and a would love to hear more about you, which is the most job interview thing a man has ever typed. You're chasing her for saying LOL. And again, it comes down to the scarcity mindset. You think, because she was like, oh, you're kind of funny, you think you're in there, but you're not. Now here's what you should say. It continues, she gave you almost nothing, don't reward it. You could either say, 1, thanks, I'll be here all week. 2, don't encourage me. 3, I know. It recommends I'd go with 2, don't encourage me. It's a warning. She laughed, and now you're telling her she made a mistake by feeding you. It flips her compliment, this is the key part, it flips her compliment into a threat she created. And it's 16 characters to match her 16. So guys, what you need to do is you need to flip who's actually auditioning here in the process. So many of you guys, like we've talked about, you match with her and then you continue to still sell yourself on the apps. It's like you bought a car from a used car salesman and he follows you out into the lot right up against you and is like, hey man, are you sure you're cool with the trim? Hey man, are you sure it's got 100,000 miles on it? Hey man, are you sure you're not worried that this thing's gonna break down the second you drive it off the lot? Imagine if a car salesman did that. You would be like, yo, what is going on here? Now you would be regretting the decision you just made to purchase the car. That's what so many of you guys are doing on the apps. You don't realize the obvious, that she swiped right on you, that she matched with you, and then you're still selling yourself, and you sell yourself right into a ditch. So yeah, guys, and the way we have to make the mindset is the red pill guys will tell you this is why you need to neg her, this is why you need to put her down, this is why you need to act alpha. No, it's just matching her energy. It's just asking yourself before you send every single text message, number 1, you really should run it through the guy, but number 2, if you're not going to do that, at least ask yourself, what would a hot girl say here? Literally, if you just made that one mindset shift, what would a hot girl say in this situation? That would completely change your entire text game overnight. And the key to texting like a hot girl is to have the abundance of the hot girl. Stop acting like every single match is your one last chance to have a girlfriend or get married. Stop with this desperate energy where you're always worried about fumbling the match. Because like I said, when you're worried about fumbling the match, that's when you're gonna fumble the match. When you text like the loser who's got nothing going on for him and really doesn't care what she has to say, that's when you're gonna have the best results. It's so strange, but the guys who have the most going on for them, and we fell ass backwards into this discovery by accident. We didn't even want to discover it. We denied it to ourselves. We rejected the evidence of our own eyes and ears once we did. But it's the guys who are the most successful, the most fit, the most social, in person. The guys who are the biggest catches in person are the worst at texting on the apps, because it's all those traits that made them successful, that made them a catch in real life, are what sabotages them on the dating apps. You think you're being conscientious, polite, respectable, you're doing everything all the influencers have told you to do, both men and women, in the dating sphere, and it gets you nowhere. And the reason why you really owe it to yourself to check out the Guy app, again, the link is in the description, fellas. The reason why you owe it to yourself is because you're on a path that is not going to lead well. Trust me. You're either going to get resentful and you're going to go down the red pill rabbit hole, which is going to lead to a self-fulfilling prophecy where you treat women terribly, and that's going to attract a subset of women who are attracted to guys like that. And then you're only going to get terrible women in your life, and then it's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Or you're going to go totally blue pill, you're going to adopt this holier-than-thou attitude, and it's just going to be very emasculating, and it's going to end up honestly being a one-way ticket to the friend zone, which I know you don't want. The guy is the green pill. The guy is the third way. You owe it to yourself to check it out. Free trial, link in the description. Any questions or comments on what I have to say here, drop a comment. I will get back to you. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel. Guys, 5 videos per week, Monday through Friday. It's too important not to be posting daily. I'll talk to you later. Bye.